So I have decided to do the lesson slash unit on what's poppin'. I have decided to do this unit because students love popcorn. Everyone loves popcorn. So why not teach students how popcorn actually pops? This unit is very in depth and very good, and this slideshow will show you the different types of lessons and things that are in it, and also my modifications that I made to it. So, for the popcorn read aloud, you're going to need the book Popcorn by Elaine Landau. Um, it is a book about popcorn. And you will also need a KWL chart. So, before the book, the students will write down what they know about popcorn already, and then in the second column, they will also write about what they want to know about learn about popcorn. And as the story is going on, they will be filling in what they are learning about popcorn. During the story, make sure to stop and read and ask questions, and make sure that all students are following along to the story so that they have the best understanding they possibly can about popcorn and about the different things that go into it. This lesson is only going to take one day, so it's going to be a short little read aloud where it allows the students to expand their knowledge on popcorn, and then also allows them to write down new findings about the treat. So for the What's Poppin' Checkpoint Lab, this lab is shoot. So for this lab, students will be discovering more about why popcorn pops. So there's a huge list of things that are needed for this lab, and I had them all on my unit graphic organizer, my mini one, that is also posted here. But the big concept of this lab is to make sure that students are understanding and going at their own pace. So the groups will be in groups of four, and they will be having two cups, a red and a green. If the green cup is up, that means they're working hard and they're ready to go. If the red cup is up, they have a question or they've reached an area where they need teacher help. So this lab I've changed a little bit because in the lab in the book, the students really didn't get to actually pop the popcorn themselves, like the actual kernels. So I changed up the lab, and in the during the lab or towards the end of the lab, the students will actually get like a small heating dish where they will actually be able to watch the popcorn pop. So they'll get a little bit of oil or whatever I have, and we'll put in like 5 kernels, and they can actually see popcorn pop. So they will also have the worksheet that is in the book, and we'll be following along that way as well. But I thought it'd be fun to let the students actually witness popcorn popping and being able to experience it themselves. For the popcorn brand test, this is going to be a fun activity for the students. It's still going to be work, but it's going to be fun work. So you're going to need 5 different brands of popcorn. If you can't find 5, 4 is fine, 3 is even fine, but you're going to want a couple because the students will be making bar graphs and a chart based on what they think the brands are. So I personally changed this up completely because I just wanted more visual stuff and more hands-on activity than what the book had. So I switched it up, and for students, they all had 5 solo cups in front of them, one with each different brand of popcorn. And the students were able to eat the popcorn and like label their papers 1 through 5, and on number 1, the 1 cup, write down what they think that brand is, and so on. And then we made charts of what everyone thought the popcorn brand was. So number 1 was Oral Revenbacher. And we had 5 kids that guessed that and 5 that didn't. So, and like 5 that didn't guess a different brand and 10 that guessed a different one. So we created a chart, a bar graph based on that, based on our findings of what the students had. And then I did not give them the answers until we went through all 5 brands of popcorn. Once all 5 brands were done, we had a time where the students were able to change their guesses. If they thought, oh, maybe this one was this one or this one was that one, they were able to change it. At the end, we created another graph for who got the popcorn brands right and who didn't. So if 5 people got the first brand right, we went up 5. If 10 people got the next one, we did 10. And we just had fun with it. The bar graphs were turned into me at the end for assessment. We did one together each. So we did the first brand together, but then I wrote the numbers on the board and the students had to create their own bar graphs. And then once they were all done, they were able to finish eating their popcorn while they read their books. For the last thing in this lesson is the popcorn poster session. So I scheduled 2 days for this to allow for maybe bringing it home and doing it overnight and like putting in your best work for it. So this poster board is their final grade for this project or this unit. So the students put their knowledge onto this poster board and were able to decorate however they wanted. They just had to make sure they had the correct information, that it was spelled correctly, and that it was creative and colored nicely. All for that, they got A's. If there's spelling or if there's incorrect information, there were points taken off. But working on these posters really reinforced these ideas of popcorn popping and how popcorn actually pops. So the students will be working individually for this. So they all will have their own ideas and their own thoughts as well as their own creativity, because creativity is super important. So yeah, that's my lesson. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah.